optimize the use of this workshop. If you have started something already, some people use it to cybersecurity.
If I want to, is it possible to post
there are
it
many
locally?
skills that you need a foundation or a
Because my mom wanted me to take this to front a bit.
so
So I
whatever
should just
knowledge
use my
that
hand
you
to
whatever
zoom
skills that you
zoom
have
in.
in take, or maybe you want to start something you want to start something, just
Has to be still
have a knowledge. I met someone today in the beginning of this. That's why I love
It's already
this
live.
program that talks about
How can I
community.
know this conversation?
So I saw him
It's from the phone. You put it on meditation. It's on this one.
and it's just end of this. What's next? So I was like, reading this program, and when I saw that stuff, what's next? It shows that in as much as we are learning anything we are learning, we should think of what's next
From this
step.
place, this is very
Whatever we
accepted.
are learning, what's the next step? What am I
From
doing
the
now?
two
What is the next
yes.
step? Like the speakers that will be here, they will tell us what should be our next step. That's why it's called kickstarting. Kickstarting. You might have that question, yes, I want to do cloud, DevOps, I want to do this, I want to do this. What is the next step? Alright. When Nigerians say 1 minute,
So it's like,
we call it 1 minute. Someone says, just give me 1 minute. I'm like, okay, I'll call you back in 1 minute. Or you have someone, please send me a contact now. Person say, I'll send you, like nearly I've done this, I'll send you immediately. And after some time,
You did not block.
we can change that trend. We can become like people that keep time. I'm sorry, Mika, I'm not talking about you. You want me to become 1 minute. But let us portray that when let us be accountable to our time. That if you tell someone, okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Or even if you don't have that standard minute, you can say about, use about to cover up there in about 20 minutes time. That means it doesn't mean that you might take like 20 minutes. About has covered up your last. But if we are learning time management and all, we should try to for you, always keep you. Alright, thank you. Alright. Okay, that was another bang. Alright, so that's in the cloud. We're watching in the cloud. So we have some physical needs testimonials. That was cloud over the internet. So we have some persons that will share their experiences and tell us, yes, what the academy did to me. that way. So, all in all, that was too much time. This is a big song. I love that part. Oh my God.
Okay, it's good afternoon.
So yes, your voice, your voice is in the room. Okay, start. Well,
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victor Cameron. I'm going to give my testimony of about that with I don't want to miss anything, so I want to miss the little testimony I sent you. So I don't want to miss it. So I'll start with you. My name is Victor. I'm a graduate of Technical Electronics Engineering and Cisco Certified Network Associate CCLE. Alright. I am currently a student, a graduate now, as graduate now. And my experience has been incredibly positive. As someone who had no fear on the class team, the academia has been instrumental in introducing me to AWS cloud through hands-on training, assignments, assessments, projects, and valuable mentorship programs. Now with stands out for its passion for teaching and its beginner-friendly approach. The structured learning paths and the group collaboration foster both peer and tutor improvement. And I am truly impressed by the program I have made by the progress I have made in just 3 months, and I highly recommend to anyone who starts their career path.
alright, I mean, I don't know if you listen very well, but you said a whole lot, and I think that's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Alright, without wasting much time, as I said earlier in my introduction, that we have amazing and incredible speakers who are here to share their knowledge, experience, and career strategy. So, I'll just read a quote that here so that you know what I mean what it's saying. So, welcoming on stage, Mr. Innocent, who look and draw. He practices DevOps and IT support every day, armed with experiential knowledge of the 5 pillars of DevOps. He's well versed in the DevOps lifestyle. In his early career years, he has completed and graduated from several DevOps programs where he acquired skills that he uses every day in solving DevOps-related problems. He is a certified cloud developer using Microsoft Azure and Udacity, in turn with the Open Microframe Project mentorship under the Linux Foundation, and certified Google IT support specialist. Wow. In other words, he has spent at most 8 years acquiring the foundational DevOps engineer. He has achieved this through development life cycle. So I have sat under this man once, and I sat under opportunities. Oh. I sat under inspiring
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. I have to wear glasses. I can't see your faces.
Okay, I'll talk to the mic. Good afternoon again. Yeah, my name is Innocent. Sorry, you pronounced my name, my surname what I'm quality of response stresses is all control. The boss I work with first, he always calls me for Kuanjo. So I think I accept that one more than the way. So in case one actually call my son, I just say Kuanjo, that's easy for you, right? So I don't know. I think that 8 years, see, more than that, that was when I started this IT. So that's really new. Because when I started IT, it was off and on. I did computer science, a national diploma. I did, before coming to study computer engineering, I graduated from computer engineering in 2021. It should have been 2020, but COVID made it 2021, I guess. I don't know where you heard my voice before, but...
Take Ignite.
What?
Take Ignite.
Take Ignite. Oh, impressive. Okay, you were there. Talk about open source. Yeah, I did contribute to open source. And it was a great experience. So you guys are starting out. I also advise you to contribute to open source. It's very, very helpful. I don't know if I can get my slide. Oh, okay. Slide is here. So basically, who am I? I'm innocent of the one that works for you. I'm a DevOps engineer. I've been doing DevOps for the past 4 years. I started out like you guys. I will tell you guys the story how I got into DevOps. So now there should be like a question in your mind, like you've been doing this IT something over 8 years back. I'm saying you started DevOps and you've been working with DevOps for 4 years now. Yeah, so I'll give you an answer to that. It's very straightforward. So I was doing off and on. I have done so many things. I have done IoT. You guys know IoT, right? Internet of Things, where you use Arduino and play around those stuff. I have done desktop application for things, C#, Visual Basic. I coded .NET, coded Java, I coded COBOL. Anybody have COBOL? Yeah, so coded COBOL, coded Pascal. But those were just I wrote for Pascal. So, but coming to the university, I wrote Python, wrote .NET, and AK. So, did C++ as well. And in my 4th year, that's IT year, I was doing Android. It was a very big challenge for me then because I had no PC. Android is super challenging because you need a PC that has high specification. So I had to switch, had to find a career that works for me, something that I can use my small 4GB PC to do. And then that year was the first year cloud learning was launched to this Global Africa Scholarship. I don't know if you heard of that scholarship out there. Global Partner with Mandela and Plural Sites. And we were delivering trainings in Android, web, and cloud. Initially, it used to be Android and web. But that year, it started with cloud. And that was new. I did not know anything about that. So I decided to go choose cloud. Had so many people come to talk to me, what are you doing? At some point, I was actually doing cloud and Android. So when there's any talk like this about there's any talk Android, I'll be switching until I finally made up my mind I'm going to do cloud. Now, cloud, I was doing it then with the mindset, you're just scratching the surface. There's a lot to learn. By the time maybe folks have gotten into that field, you are already solid. That was my idea. I had friends who told me, once you do it, how will you get paid? You know, because at the time all you need to know is web. And anybody can just call you to the website. Right? So cloud, who will call you? What do you know what it was? Right? So I started cloud. That was how I started cloud. It's year 2019. While I was doing IT as class manager. And yeah, it was not starting audition by company. I was doing Android development as IT. Then I switched to cloud. In my IT presentation, without defense for money, I brought out 2 projects. I brought out an Android project. While I was presenting it, the lecturer was like, no, this doesn't. Is this what you did? Okay. Wow. So, luckily for me, I had certification from Google Cloud on computer engine. Wow! So, that was how I passed my IT. It was quite an experience because it was a very difficult decision. Most of you are facing that difficult decision. You might even wake up and tomorrow somebody tell you cybersecurity. You go out and somebody tell you front end React. You shake it. I'm telling you now, I experienced it. I had my friends come sit me down and tell me, this thing you're doing, are you sure it's going to work? I said, yes. So, I've also said what caused my career decision and what for the decision was, it was a new technology.
That's
Right? It was just that was like the first year I launched it, and I joined. And truth be told, the next time it was very challenging. I didn't even want to leave. It was very challenging. You're learning on your own, you're watching videos, put site and everything. The website normally gives you skill IQ, something to test what you're doing. So I never got expert. So one thing about the cloud is right now, as I'm speaking to companies are looking for cloud engineers. Looking for cloud engineers because several companies have their infrastructure and they are set to that. This is not common. It's not to be in the cloud simply means one key, one word, on premises is on-prem. It's in your office. So the first challenge is some of you here must have gone to University of Florida. You know where the website. You see that Wi-Fi area, right? Have you gone inside it before? There are a lot of servers there. That's what is on-prem. A lot of people. They're using it to manage their Wi-Fi and stuff. A lot. I probably don't think that is where your University of your website is. So, I'm not entirely sure. Allegedly. If, for example, your website becomes big, so big that the servers cannot accommodate it, you have to spend money. Buy extra server, right? So companies who face that challenge today are looking for cloud engineers who will help them take that application that is in their on-prem system. I know by now you guys will know what cloud is, right? You guys know what cloud is. Cloud is a very simple thing. It's not that thing up there. It's someone who wants to go to the cloud. In case she's the one telling you and you think that it is actually on the street, it's not that thing up there. Before you go and start looking for a way to go there and start looking for local government, I used to tell people I'm sure local government. So some of you might be able to do local government. Right? So cloud is simply a lot of computers somewhere. And when you have the ability to scale your system in such a way that when it gets full, right, can expand. That's the secret behind that's elasticity, scalability. Because there in the school, like that's several stuff I'm talking about. For them to scale, they have to go and buy something. And it's a lot of money. I don't know how much that costs. It's a lot of money. But with cloud, you don't have to spend that. So most of us do this. Companies across all industries, from startups to large enterprises, they are migrating to the cloud to cost efficiency and ability. So they're looking for professionals. And right now, as we speak, we don't have professionals. We need you guys to come up. Remember cloud and calling me. Actually, like, do you know any other cloud person in New York? I'm like, I don't know. But if you ask me, you know the web developer app, Android, it's more. Cloud computing change their lives. So we need you guys, and this is actually a great initiative. When I started my journey, we had a but you guys are starting something big. I want to see this. So next. The opportunities for groups and why groups of skills. So we have an opportunity to grow. I will say so many things without the first time. So is it like okay, so back to what I was saying. Cloud has opportunities and wide range of skills. You don't know how far. I want to tell you that for free. This is not web that as soon as you know server-side rendering or senior engineering. You will not have it. But truth be told, when you get to a certain level, you become a high quality. So become very valuable, seriously valuable. I was in my house one day when one of my mentors called me from a system that was down. Do you know who owns that system? Owned that system? It was Billot. It was Billot's system. I worked on the system. Yeah, I worked on some Ponzi scheme systems actually. It's not just that. There are so many systems. I forgot the name of that system. After MMM it came. So you work on so many systems. Nobody knows you so much, but until when their application is down, that's how you will see them. How much do you want? How much? Tell me, let me pay. Just it's my system. So cloud people are in extremely high demand. Now, one thing is, for now, I don't know, the country is behaving somehow. It's affecting companies in Nigeria, accessing funds and all that. Now, as a cloud computing expert or professional enthusiast, you are in high demand, even beyond the geography of this country. So most of you find yourself working for remote companies, freelancers, all that. And now wide range of groups. So if you think you're just doing cloud, not. So many things. So, but learning cloud will help you understand some fundamentals so that when you want to now major in what you want to major, right? You will know what you're doing. Because now I'm mentioning cloud. I did mention something like AWS, local government environment. I mentioned Azure local government. I mentioned, that's another one, digital ocean local government. That is IBM local government. Any other one? Oracle local government. There's one that starts with L. Very simple cloud provider. So your ability to understand the basics of cloud will help you operate all these cloud providers. And you will know what they are about. So if you
I take you from AWS and say, okay, you know AWS, I say yes. Deploy EC2, simple. You click buttons, perfect. And I take you to the Digital Ocean, I say, do the same thing. You'll be able to do it. But the other thing is that you will just need to know, okay, if in AWS it's called EC2, what is it called? Digital Ocean. Or I take you to Microsoft Azure Cloud, or Google Cloud. Google Cloud is the next one. So you'll be able to understand it. So when you pick a role, for example, typical role in the cloud is cloud engineer. Who's a cloud engineer? Can you go to the next slide? I'll talk about that. Yes. So, but then there's a foundational skills, career pathways and skills you need. I guess I must have done justice to this, but for those of you who might be starting, for those of you who are still asking themselves questions, right? It's a very simple pathway, very simple. It down like trouble, very simple, right? You just want to know this operating system, Linux, just that. If you know Linux, somebody said it needs CCNA. So, CCNA, networking, it's, you don't need to get CCNA. Sorry. What the CCNA is studying. Any problem networking you have, go in. What's your name in exam? Victor, please. I present Victor because I wouldn't mince words and I wouldn't lie. You might face challenges when it comes to networking aspects of things if you want to be a cloud person. Because networking is simple, but you can mess with your head. But it's a very simple thing if you take your time and study it. So if you know networking, then you go to the next one, which is what I love to do so much, scripting. So how many of you like programming? So somebody raised their hand. You raised your hand. You like programming? You like programming? Yes. Great. Well, whether I like programming or not, to write code. Whether I like programming or not, to you do what? You write code, but it's not as much as a web developer or an Android developer. Most of the times, what you will do as a cloud person is scripting. Scripting is just trying to make things work faster instead of you manually doing that. Right. So, technical skills. So that's the next step of the skills you want to apply. If you get that first one, you are well on your way. So this is the next step of the skills you want to know as the cloud person. But when you get here, then you must have defined what you want to be. So find whether you're going to be Trump or going to be Kamala. So you want to be, I don't know, is it Trump or Kamala? So there are Trump people in the house. These tools, Docker, Kubernetes, CI/CD, infrastructure as code, Terraform are most likely the tools a DevOps engineer would know. I'm a DevOps engineer, like I introduced. I chose DevOps. It has been one of the worst, terrible, but great decisions I have made. I could be here and I get called that the server is down. And I will leave you guys here with the server. That's a DevOps engineer. While there are other skills, but most of them don't necessarily have to do with all these tools you'll see there. Cloud, just want to do the cloud. What is EC2, deploy EC2, what is whatever, just to do that. Then there are certifications. You saw me preparing for certification today, right? There are certifications. I have some, so you have know what it's like. So, yes, you will like it. Most companies right now are looking for certified professionals to handle their projects. No matter how much experience you have, they want to see you get certification. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have a certification, you know. No. I just have the fundament. But one thing I value more is the knowledge. Right? You want to know a lot, then use the certification to back yourself. If you go for certification, it's nice, but I hope when they give you, throw into AWS Lambda, you understand what I just mentioned only 3. There are more than that, a lot more than that. So like I said, in cloud there are several skill sets. You can decide that you want to just be a solutions architect. That's what you want to be. Solutions architects are people who are responsible for planning and deploying organizations' infrastructure, whether they are on-prem or not on-prem. They plan it, they design things, the architects. Then the cloud administrator, Microsoft Azure administrator is a skill set that deals with the person handling everything about administration. So in Microsoft Azure, there is administration, there is a tool that Microsoft has that's very steep in learning. It's called Entra ID. So it's not something that, it's a tool that you need to learn. So Microsoft created a certification pathway for it called Azure Administrator. Make sure that things are done properly out for your organization. And cloud professional architect cuts across all cloud providers, these 3 major cloud providers. These are the 3 major cloud providers. So you can be an architect with AWS, architect with Azure, or architect with Google Cloud. And while you're not going the last of it, which is most important, you keep doing all the days of your life, is soft skills, problem solving, and communication. So you will be communicating, you learn to talk like me, right? You're better than me. So you do presentations. You guys do presentations. I've not been doing this for a while, but brought me out. So daily life challenges, it's a typical day, key challenges, solutions, and so we face challenges every day. The life of our person is more of problem solving, because in the cloud there are so many tools, right? It's not just EC2 or Elastic Beanstalk or EKS or database. There are so many things to do. You're data scientists, there are tools in the cloud. Machine learning guys, there are tools in the cloud. So you might find yourself supporting them trying to deploy their applications in the cloud, or you are probably a solutions architect or DevOps engineer are the worst. They are the ones that solve any problem and every problem, as far as it is cloud. So the key challenges are always one, being available and understanding the problem. The cloud, you don't think like a developer. There is thinking like a developer, there is a thinking like an engineer. I'm giving you this because you most likely will get there one day. If you can remember what I said right now, and you understand that there is a thinking like a developer, there is a thinking like an engineer. An engineer is always looking for problems and the solution to that problem. A developer is not thinking like that. I won't tell you how a developer is thinking. You find that out for yourself. And then solutions adaptability, that is how an engineer thinks. So the bias with my talk today is that I'm a DevOps engineer. So if it was an IoT engineer, right? Maybe a Microsoft IoT engineer, you have a different perspective in the cloud. But that is what it is. Most of you here will be DevOps engineers like me, because of course DevOps is very important, right? Anybody know that? You don't know. Thank God. You're yet to know. Okay, you're yet to know. Okay, so I just give you the names. DevOps is where the money is. You come to DevOps. I won't tell you the salary, but yeah, DevOps is where the money is. When you like basic trust architects, will pull you be a DevOps. Right? But if you go online, what you always see is DevOps engineer, DevOps engineer. If you don't see DevOps engineer, the next thing you see is site reliability engineer. Right? So a site reliability engineer, it's DevOps engineer created by Google. Google created them. Google said that we're going to separate these guys from the average DevOps engineer. Because a site reliability engineer, if anything happens to Google, I don't know if you guys notice Google downtime. You don't notice it. One day you notice, you check your plan. One day you open your eye and say, oh, Google is down, yay! Or one day you see Microsoft is down. Yeah, I've experienced that, so I've seen their downtimes. Those times, yeah, the site reliability engineers in those companies are the ones responsible for bringing, like name implies, site reliability. So now there is a new one that's coming out. I'm going to spit everything out today. There is a platform engineer. So in case you want to be platform, the one thing you want to do is you're going to pass through the DevOps phase and go into the platform engineer. So if you're looking out to be a platform engineer, there's a roadmap for it, right? Then career progression tips, growth path. Yeah, from junior roles to specialized leadership paths. Many start as cloud engineers or DevOps engineers, like I said, gaining hands-on experience managing cloud infrastructure, and as your skill advances, opportunities open for senior roles, and some of those roles are the cloud security solutions architects, right? Well, like I said, even if you could become a solutions architect, rapid DevOps engineer. Highest, we put senior in front of you, become a senior DevOps engineer. So, those interested in specific oversights, may progress in cloud architect, cloud consultant roles. So currently, I didn't mention, the company I work for is a consultant company, so I'm more like a DevOps consultant. Eventually moved to management and leadership roles. So I'm heading towards management role, leadership role, wish me luck. Next slide, please. And then networking and mentorship, building connections in cloud communities. Example is what you guys are doing. I haven't seen this with you. This is great. This is laudable. Is that in English? Okay, so I really encourage you guys because you don't really know what it's like out there. But you understand. Network as much as you can. Learn. Build. Right? Support. These are times those engineers are support guys. So doing that. And then learning about scaling practical projects and labs. Solidify your knowledge. And so many things you put yourself out there to learn. I think I'm starting to do guys. Don't shy away from any opportunity to learn. Let's don't be like me. Of course, the path will be different. As rules about things, they helped me do what I had to do. Right now, maybe because I take time to learn. Is that the thing? But then, maybe you guys learn faster than me. You want to put hands. What you want to do is always, now I'll tell you one thing. When I started my own club, then joined Udacity. I was very happy when I got my first degree. I didn't know that another degree just something. What really matters, what you will celebrate, where you take you far, is an actual cloud certification. Microsoft Azure Fundamental, Microsoft Azure Cloud Developer, Solutions Architects Associates. Those are what you want to do. I'm so sorry, I'm also using Microsoft Azure. What is Azure here, right? You know. So then I'm seeing. So next slide, please. So I don't really have much, but that is what I want to tell you guys. One thing I also wanted to say was today in the life of our president, it's more important. So if for any reason I get a call now that server is down, just like we did you guys, fix the server. That's that. And I didn't exhaust all the pathways. So many of them. So it's up to you to go look it up. Go look up. You'll find them. Most of you here for advice is DevOps. So at the end of the day, you will see DevOps. Yeah, so many companies in Nigeria hire DevOps. So, that's it. I don't know if anybody has a question.
Scarcity in cloud engineers. And I'm just imagining, we have, it's the complication season, so I'm just imagining, your sites going down small. And, I'm just imagining, you will cash out. If you know you cash out, now. All right, so that was a very wonderful presentation. If you have any question, because as I said, my own cloud is much. So please, if you have any question for him, please, the time, please. Any question for him? Okay. Look like me, Joseph.
So there's something I didn't want to. I wanted to say so much, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to give you an idea of how much it takes, because it's going to be different. I have friends of mine who started after. At different places, right? For example, I don't know if any of you know glucose. So I know glucose. Glucose started as a devil, right? But as I'm talking to you right now, glucose is a devil. Well, where is she? She is right. So it's not, I don't want to make it look like a comparison, but one thing I want you to understand is in your learning time, how much you can assimilate, right? There is actually this roadmap message, many of you can check it out. DevOps roadmap, if you go to DevOps roadmap and go to roadmap message, you have some kind of guide. And funny thing is, if only I can show you that roadmap message. You see that? It doesn't start somewhere. It just does dots. And then it shows you some things to learn. And at the end, it shows you continue learning. DevOps is a lifelong learning. What you want to do is the fundamental that I mentioned, networking and
Linux networking and scripting. So the scripting I'm talking about here is tools like Python. You learn Python alone as a scripting tool. You learn Bash as a scripting tool. So whatever time it takes you to learn this script tools, that's it. You can take 6 months to learn them. You can take 1 year to learn them. But when you do, you will not see you are still there yet. You will need to go to the secondary ones I talked about. DevOps engineering, the foundations are infrastructure as code, continuous integration and continuous deployment, CI/CD, containers, not the people containers, Docker, Kubernetes. These ones can be optional. So, but these two things, infrastructure as code, continuous integration, continuous deployment, cloud, public cloud, because for us DevOps, cloud is just a tool. It's all about tools. Then you have monitoring. Monitoring, is there another one? This one's very important. So, when I say infrastructure as code, I'm talking about tools like Terraform. Puppet, Chef. Then you have Ansible, configuration as code. These are tools, but DevOps is all about tools, right? So what you're learning is how. When you're able to understand how, then you succeed in DevOps. DevOps, all these tools, you use them for how. And it's actually hard to learn them. It's not hard. Very simple. There is something called YAML. Right? Some people say it's yet another markup language. YAML is not so hard. It's just indentation. So you cannot know YAML indentation or that. Why the CI/CD pipeline check? Terraform doesn't use YAML. Terraform uses what we call HashiCorp language. It's not also like React, Vue.js. The only thing you want to do to be a good DevOps engineer is be a programmer. So, because if I start mentioning other things we use, we don't want to do this. So, but DevOps is, but you want to just be a solutions architect. Wow. You will be in the cloud, you will be architecting, deploying, but some organizations don't just do things without. There are other things they work with. So imagine you now architect everything and they tell you, you don't want to use the monitoring for the cloud. You want to use an external one. Third party. New Relic. It's another tool, it's not in the cloud. You need to know that. So that solutions architect is quite advanced skill. If you start from DevOps, you will be thrown to the ocean. What happens? Then you can now advance. So, let me that answers your question. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Yeah, you see the roadmap. That one is even worse. Because you will see much more. So first thing you want to do is know Linux. Know Linux, understand networking. When we say understand networking, not to go and get CCNA like him. Go and get CCNA like him, then you're probably going towards another capacity to go towards the security aspect. Unless you want to make money quick. You want to make money quick, you want to get DevOps, then transition to security. If you don't want to make money, you want to go for the passion. Right? You want to go for the passion, go to security. Because that's not the only certificate we get. You get CCIP, you get CCIP, or the CC, you get there. Before a company and a trust in the system. So, while DevOps is a critical skill, security is more critical. So before a company will really trust their infrastructure to you, you must have shown them that you can. But security, yes, there's money on it. Money is going to get a very So,
all right, my name is Major Basi. So I just want to know, as an AI engineer, how can I integrate myself into the cloud?
listen. How you doing, sir? Oh my gosh. So AI. I'm at the hot class now. But the funny thing, like I said, so many things dependent cloud. So for you to even be AI engineer, you should understand certain AI and cloud tools. If you want to be a Microsoft AI engineer, you will start from Microsoft Azure. You need to know Microsoft Azure. At least you need to know AZ. And get your AZ now, that is the Azure Fundamentals certificate. It's a very simple certificate. Very simple. Or AWS Cloud Practitioner. I want you all to think towards certificates. Prepare yourselves, think exams. If you don't have voucher, go on responsible. You should get some vouchers. I'm not partner with Adela, they will give you voucher. Although all those fundamentals, that is a secret, it's something you can easily get. All those fundamentals, AWS, they are giving free. Azure is also giving free. Google sometimes throw out vouchers for free. If you want to advance, with Azure and get advanced certificates, there's also a way to do it without paying a dime. So, let's do that one. Have I said a lot? Okay, so if you want to actually get advanced certifications from Azure, which I am well aware of, that of AWS, maybe follow Talent of Africa. Talent of Africa is actually giving trainings, outcomes to get a certificate. While I'm trains you, prepare the certification. You will make her proud. Yes, certification says. So, for an AI person, you need to learn about. I don't know the specific tools you use. I don't know the specific tools. There are tools that AI people use, which is Hub. So, I'll maybe look that up. You have to find it as different tools. IoT Hub, that's for IoT. Machine learning, there are things they use for machine learning, training models and all that. So you need to find that from there and go towards a direction. Now, I think all cloud providers are now having a pathway for AI certification. So the one I know, Azure, in Azure you have AI 100, that's the fundamental certificate for AI. Take that, pathway to AI as we start. So, same thing with AWS. AWS has the same pathway for people who want to do AI. Probably they will make you want to take the cloud practitioner, which is the first one, before moving on to that. But the one of Azure is the one I know that there's actually a pathway for that.
I hope that has answered.
Yeah.
Thank you. The last, is there any other question aside from that?
Okay, good afternoon everyone. I'm just going by name. Okay, sir, please, while you were answering Victor's question, you actually made mention of so many things. So I really want to know the difference probably between cloud computing and DevOps. Like, what I'm asking is that you need to know where does cloud computing stops and where does DevOps starts. And secondly, while we actually explaining, you also made mention of the fact that one of the let's say the terrible joy and had becoming from DevOps engineer. Now, for some of us that are hoping to start up, I don't know. For me, that sounds a little bit scary. What would be your advice?
We'll learn that. I tried my best to make it not appear.
Okay. First is cloud computing is a technology, right? I'm going to give it to you from Bookwise and experience-wise. Bookwise, cloud computing is a technology, while DevOps is practice. It's not your hands.
So some people say, DevOps engineer. First thing you want to understand, if you want to think about DevOps, if you want to go into DevOps, is that it is not like that. Right? DevOps are engineers. They are not developers. Sometimes people try to make them developers. DevOps is a concept. It's not like, okay, they're hiring backend engineer. Okay, yeah, we want to hire a DevOps engineer. Yeah, now they not hire you. You now feel like you are backend. They say, no, not. You are a DevOps engineer. You need to think like an engineer. You would not just solve problems for back. You solve problems for front-end guys. You solve problems for the data guys. You solve problems. All you'll be doing is solve a problem with tools. You will first of all understand the DevOps principles and pillars, right? They are not hard. They are very simple. They are very, very simple. Don't fear. Cloud is just technology. How do you build an app? How do you know how? Learn Linux. Right now, we're having some Windows systems in the app. That shouldn't bother you. Now you're starting, learn Linux, understand networking, and enjoy scripting. Separate. Enjoy scripting. So when you do that, you'll find the cloud. That's a cloud technology, right? And then they tell you, okay, EC2, you know what EC2 is. They tell you elastic backup, you know what that is, right? They tell you you want to use an application in, you want to use deployment model. You ask them to deployment model. I must have mentioned that platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. The cloud, most of the times where you deploy applications are always either a platform as a service or an infrastructure as a service. So these are the things you want to do. Those are the fundamentals of cloud. Now when you want to be a DevOps engineer, your mindset should change a little bit. No longer be thinking of infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. You'll be thinking of everything in general. You don't need to do them. You don't need to be a master of all of them. What you want to do is, okay guys, what do we need to do? We want to deploy our applications. Yes. To where? The cloud. Which cloud? Azure. All right. You want to use infrastructure. In fact, we want to actually answer this question because you plan it. How is the application? You ask some questions. Can I run it and see it? You run it. Now, I have mentioned something else. Can I run it and see it? That's where the term DevOps is. Dev is a developer. Not full developer. That's why I said when they employ you, don't go and be a backend engineer. You are a DevOps engineer. So as a DevOps engineer, you are dealing with that's a concept. So you take the application, you run it, you see it, and you're like, okay, I've seen the application, tested it. Let's use if it's Azure. Sorry. If it's in Azure, use app service. Okay, sorry, I did AWS. If it's in AWS, use Elastic Base Code. We're not going to put it in an EC2 so that we won't stress ourselves every time, right? Doing OS patches and configurations and all that. That's how we think. But the cloud developer will just sit down and wait for the DevOps engineer to give him success. That's what we will not provision them. The DevOps engineer is thinking of, okay, I have provisioned these things. Fine, they are working. How did I provision them? Did I provision them in the cloud manually? So if I want to provision 2,000 servers now, I will still be clicking one. We will think of infrastructure as code. Then we'll go and use a tool called Terraform to automate its creation. So it's kind of a progression where you'll be thinking of problem and solution. Sometimes you don't even have to use infrastructure as code. Just go straight to the cloud and create it. That's how you'll be thinking. But for a cloud person, it's a whole different ballgame. Your focus is, okay, as a cloud person, what tool do I need to know? Do I need to know EC2? Okay, I know EC2. Do I need to know this? But for DevOps engineer, what should I use to solve this problem? So, I don't think that answers the question. That's why DevOps engineers are great. Who else has a question?
Okay, I think it's not like a question, but something like a question. My name is Chi. So, as a designer, right, is there a future, like is there an intersection between cloud computing and design, product development? Because I feel like all these technologies will interwoven in certain ways. So is there like an intersection between?
Yeah, but it's actually a very little intersection. Very little. I wouldn't even have known if I had not seen it myself. I said it open. I saw it myself. We can actually do a mock-up of designs with infrastructures. They'll come to us and tell us to create a mock-up system for you guys to be able to do it. So what you designers don't, I've never seen designers that place it. It's always the cloud guy. Designers always are design. In fact, we don't need you guys to know anything about what we're doing. That's why they do it. We ask cloud.
Yeah.
But we don't even know, we don't need you to know. So what you just do is keep clicking your buttons and you're going. If you have a problem, come to us. We'll tell you how to solve it. Then,
Thank you.
That was a very fantastic moment, minutes of learning. How many of you learned something new today? You just discovered. I knew that we were Shime. We learned so many things. No, I will connect it. I have this one-on-one connection. Meet me after the. Now we'll take it to the cloud. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for your change value. And some of them are shy. Don't mind, they're very shy. Especially those in this meeting.
you guys are shy. Please. Okay, I will share it later. I'm on X, on LinkedIn. I want to chat me over WhatsApp. If I'm not busy, I will respond. I think that's the best I can do, right? Thank you.
So if I didn't like for me now, share this. So no problem. They can, if you need his contact, anything, you can pass. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Yes, part of what we do here in Cloud and Academy, we train, we equip, and we try as much as possible to revamp you. That means we don't believe you are empty, you are you. And what we do is that we only develop the skill you have. And I bet you, cloud computing cloud computing is a very new niche that is will fly in Africa, and I can testify of that. So we will have a testimonial, one of us coming to share how his life was before he entered into this cloud, how the cloud is building. Whenever you're talking about design and some of you are thinking fashion, sorry, I'm not. So I will have him come up to share how he has been inspired, how he has been impacted, how his life has changed into the cloud computing area. Please, a round of applause for him as we see some. He's even working like a cloud. Be cloudy.
Hello everyone, good afternoon once again. I'm just Wellington by name. Graduating from Computer Engineering University of New York, and I'm also CCNA holder. So I'm sorry I don't have something to read. Basically, I'm not the type that like reading stuff. I like talking. Actually, I want to start by saying that I have benefited a whole lot from this program. There are a whole lot of areas I would want to talk, and basically I don't even know how many minutes I have. But then I want to start from networking. It has been a nice opportunity, and it's very obvious that even most of us can even testify to this. Most of us, while we're coming in, we see the harmony among ourselves. It's been a while, like not even a while, we've not even met, but coming out physically today has been another opportunity. So networking has been one of the core part of our journey. We've been able to coexist together, and then we've been able to through this academy, we've been able to do a whole lot of projects together. Now, the essence of this is that it has enabled us to feel how the real world looks like in terms of collaboration and teamwork. So that's one. And then another thing I would want to say is that personally, I've been this person that have been here to study cloud computing. Now, the first start that I had was CCNA, like the networking part, like I said before. But then that wasn't even my intention in the first place. My intention was to study cloud computing. When I had the opportunity to study networking, I did not let it go. Now, what that has done to me is that it has not just given me the chance, or it has not just given me the advantage, but it has also given me the leverage as far as studying cloud computing is concerned. And then coming to cloud computing has been a very wonderful journey that I cannot begin to underestimate, in the sense that most of the things that we are doing are practically hands-on. Most of the things that we are doing are practically hands-on. I've had the opportunity of working with AWS, CLI. I've also had the opportunity of working with and much more. Even before we started our project, I've had the opportunity of being introduced to Terraform. The truth there is, most of the things that have been said, and most of the things that have been said here today, definitely I wouldn't have known about it if we did not, or personally I did not have the opportunity in the cloud. So it has been a very wonderful experience, and it has also given me a step to start as far as my career is concerned. Basically, that's the stuff that we want to say. And last, I want to appreciate Ms. Han for this opportunity. Honestly, I have to say it. I've always said, even within myself, I'm not just a beneficial, but I'm also inspired by this initiative, definitely. So I want to give it to her, and I say, may God continue to bless her in Jesus' name.
Good day, everyone, once again. He's one of the testifiers that has been and one thing I like is that he's growing and he keeps showing up. In Cloud with an Academy, there are lots of hands-on projects, and that builds both of us. you are handling projects, you are giving assignments, you are giving a time frame, you are giving a deadline, and you don't relax while learning. You don't relax while learning. I remember, okay, well, this vision started, and that was during the month of while I was learning in the academy, and I was still part of them. The visionaire, that's Anne, she said something that particular day. Okay, she asked us some questions, and it looks as though we forgot what we learned just the previous class. So she asked us some questions, you know, answer, ask this, and it was looking like though all what I'm learning is that okay, I'm forgetting because of newer things, and it was new to me. Being in a cloud space, it was everything was just new. I don't know what is AWS, I don't know what is this, I don't know what is this. So that's new knowledge. I'm trying to organize my brain and everything. Okay, I've recognized a fact and I want to follow suit. So she said something. Set goals, achieve them. If you have seen a path that you choose to follow, go through it. Don't do more if you are tempted to do less. So please, while we are here, let's just embrace the opportunity. Let's just embrace the fact that we are here to learn. We might be, some of us here are great cloud enthusiasts, some of us here are professionals, some of us here are experts, some of us we are just beginners, some of us we are not even in the cloud space. We are CEOs of different niche in the tech space. So just embrace the opportunity. You might just be there and you don't know that it might be added to something. Someone is doing cybersecurity and cloud is an added advantage. So let me just welcome my co-team member, Mr. Kevin Parent, to join me on stage. Thank you so much.
She has always been doing the job better. Please run up. And I think faces, you are still a cloudy. Okay. Very distinguished and innovative minds we present. We should look at your environment today. You see that the world is technology driven. Technology is fast and vast conquering the world. And so there are lots of opportunities, search of opportunities available now for tech experts. There's likely no field, no variance of life that doesn't require a tech expert. It is for this reason that in 25 minutes, a tech enthusiast so passionate will come up here and increase the momentum of this convivial and innovative gathering in sharing with us the essence of building a career in tech. He is an entrepreneur and a business tycoon who is unflinchingly passionate towards building purpose discovery. Please, he's so passionate about youth, and he believes that you should discover your essence in life. He is a creative innovator who has hosted several reputable events in our City State and extended into the line innovation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, please join me as I make welcome to the stage a graduate in public speaking from an outstanding public speaking institution in Apapa City State, Dynamics Academy. The CEO of the company, Star and Business, Godswill Apapa.
Thank you very much.
I'll just say this anyways. I think I've seen my part of the beautiful good this and this. Alright, so good afternoon everyone. Oh, there were three students who say so say everybody. Alright, so you come have your seats, it's fine. I will not take that. In the name of Jesus. I will take that. Alright. So it's so good to be here, and I want us at this moment to applaud the organizers of this event. and it's another thing to share knowledge. It's another thing to carry other people along, right? And what Anne has done is go beyond having the knowledge, having the resources and the values, to also sharing it to other people. And that's why we are gathered together today. It's very important that we have people like Anne, all over the world, because that way value is going to be disseminated, right? So please let's celebrate. She gave me a topic, and she said that she talked about the significance of tech, right? Or tech skills, Tell me now, what am I talking about again?
Career platform.
No, it's not career.
The essence of building a career in tech.
That essence. So I'm going to be talking about the essence of building a career in tech skills. Why are tech skills important in our generation? Why are they important? Why is tech important in the first place? Right? Because a lot of people want to come into tech, a lot of people are talking about tech, a lot of people want to carry laptop and anti-glare lens and look some sort of way. But they don't really understand what's the significance, what the essence of this thing called tech. So what is this thing called tech? Why is it important in our society? What is the role? I'm just telling you the questions I'll be answering. What is the role of tech in our time? Alright? Are you guys with me?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm going to be discussing it so that you see why tech skills are important and why you should have one. In fact, what is the application of tech in your current, let's say you are not really in the tech space, let's say you are a tailor, you are, let's say tailor, you are, what's that? Give me a list of, okay, you're a plumber, you have a barbering salon, right? What role does tech play? How can you embrace it? Sometimes when we do not understand something, we tend to fight it. Is that true? Because I remember the first time we started hearing about 5G, right? You remember that people fought 5G, Yes. But we've gone beyond 5G today. We're using Starlink. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Is it? Let me not ask that question. But there were a set of people that fought 5G, and they said 5G is not what 5G is stuff, right? But today we're using 5G because it's making internet faster, right? We're using it in church. Is it not true? Churches are using Starlink today. So how can we apply tech in what we are doing? In fact, there was a point where a set of people, I was one of them, said we should not watch TV. They said we should not watch what? TV. It's not good to watch TV. So we didn't used to watch TV when I was growing up. But eventually, everybody's streaming with TV today. So the thing about everything tech is that humanity thrives on innovation. And like it or not, tech is something that we will eventually come to embrace. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's either we embrace it early or eventually it forces its way into our lives. So there is of course going to be the limitations of tech, right? And innovation. It will come with limitations because I remember telling somebody yesterday that I feel like this our generation, we have access to too much information and sometimes it is not to our advantage because information is good, but information in the wrong hands is not good, right? So while we have access to ChatGPT, we have access to the internet and everything, there are some information that if you have at the current phase of your life, it will not be useful to you, it will be harmful. Are you getting me? So how do we balance it out? That's another question. Because I've seen that ever since the terminology or the concept, the tech, cryptocurrency came to the fore, bringing the top concept of decentralization, certain people in the government started fighting it because decentralization means we are taking power off the hands of the government and we are actually giving it to the people. So it becomes a concern for the government because if we cannot regulate what is happening amongst the people, how do we rule them? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because see, there's politics in there, almost everything. You will not imagine or you cannot truly comprehend or fathom the amount of corruption that goes on in the economy. Certain things like stable electricity is possible in Nigeria. I hope you know. But because the people that are selling gen will not make money, they will not allow you to have stable lights. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is not that there is no fuel. I mean, this is Akwa Ibom State, and there's oil in Akwa Ibom. But why is oil in an oil-producing country? Why is the price of fuel very high? Corruption. And they know that if we bring the concept of decentralization, financial records will now be open source in the sense that money laundering and every other thing will be traceable. So what do? We try to regulate it as well. But decentralization is decentralized. So you can't regulate it. Do you understand? So what will they do eventually? They will fight it for now. But eventually they will come to embrace it. And they will see how they can use it. Because again, when you talk about blockchain technology, there are different types of blockchains. There's a public blockchain, there's a private blockchain, right? So eventually everybody gets to a point where they embrace this thing called tech. So it means that tech is a part of our lives, something that we can't fight. What is tech? Tech is the application of science to carry out our daily activities. Let me just make it as simple as that. How do we apply science and technology to carry out our daily activities? So there are different aspects of different areas where tech comes in. There's tech in the healthcare sector. There's tech in the hardware, hardware sector. Where, okay, let's say the wiring of this place is tech. Do you understand? Like, I use a Starlink server now. I use a Starlink server, and a set of people called cloud engineers, or what do they call them? Cyber security guys. They're the ones that set my Starlink router up for me. So that's also tech, right? There's tech in terms of finances, where let's say you have to deal with cryptocurrencies, e-money, internet banking, all of that. There's tech even in hardware, where you have smart cities, IoTs, right? What's IoTs? Internet of Things. For instance, I come into this building and the light turns on. The AC is smart enough to know that the temperature of this room is getting high, and so it regulates its temperature based on the temperature of the room. It deals with motion sensors, right? So all of these things, they are tech. Do you understand? So tech is not just web development. No, there's more to tech than that thing that you do. Okay, there are different aspects of tech, right? And the way it is, what tech comes to do is that it comes to make our life easier. So please ask your neighbor, why won't you embrace something that is making your life easier? Why? Exactly, because when we see some things and we say, no, this one is against God, what makes you think it's against God? I mean, it's against God. See, the fact, let me tell you something. The truth is, weed is medicinal. Is it not? People put weed in their hair cream to grow their hair. It's medicinal. Is that true? And the same weed is what people smoke. So let me ask you a question. The fact that people abuse weed, if you need it as a medicine, does that mean you will not take it? You take it now. Is that true? Please, I need feedback. It's very important. It's true, right? So the fact that something is abused does not mean you will not use. You just have to use it the right way. So yes, tech, the dark web, people are selling armories on the dark web. They are selling nuclear bomb on the dark web. True, but good things still happen, right? So yes, it has its disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of tech as we know it? One is maybe the fact that tech is giving us access to too much information. So a child can literally carry the smart laptop and open the wrong set of sites and start feeding on it. That's a disadvantage there. Is that not true? So when you use the internet for the wrong set of things, there's a disadvantage, right? When you are feeding on the wrong set of information, there's a disadvantage, right? But there's also the advantageous part, where sometimes, if I don't know how to draft a company document, I can go to ChatGPT to have an idea. So there's been an evolution of technology and innovation because problem will finish. And as long as problem will finish, solution will finish. Just how I'm saying. And so the idea of innovation is, yes, there's nothing new under the sun. New things are built on already existing, concepts. So, for instance, there was a time where banking, you had to go to the bank, right? You queue at the bank to make payments and transactions. And sometimes back then when we were uni, we'll go to the bank and we'll queue before we can pay school fees. Then sometimes when you want to pay the school fees, maybe there's an error with your internet, blah blah blah. You're unable to pay your school fees for 1 week straight. At some point, we moved beyond going to the bank. We started using ATMs. At some point, we moved beyond using ATMs to make payment for our school fees. We started using what we call remitter. You have you print, you use your phone, you pay your school fees directly. You don't need anybody. What has that done? We are simply making life better. Is that not true? And it was somebody that discovered it. Somebody that saw that, oh, there's a problem here. Let me build a website. Let me build a payments gateway. Let me build a payments platform where people can make payments easily. What is he using? He's using his understanding of science and engineering. Okay? So he's applying it and he's creating a platform for you to make payments easier. That's what tech is all about. Making our daily lives easier. And so there are certain regions in the world that you will go to. All you will do, you don't be opening your mouth. Because they've gone far. Imagine Dubai has found a way to regulate their weather. Well, it casted them eventually because there was flooding in Dubai, right? Because you are not God. Why are you trying to control weather? But they found a way to stop rain from falling or make rain fall. And they didn't do it the traditional way, like our village guys. They used it. They held rain. And when rain wanted to fall, it fell. Do you understand what I'm saying? So those guys, they've gone far. Like really, really far. You don't see traffic wardens on the road because their traffic lights are automated. They are controlled by the internet. There's technology literally in everything you do. You want to pay money sometimes, you can pay in cryptocurrencies. They've gone far. And look at us in Nigeria. We're talking tech every day. That's why one of the things I want to end up with this afternoon is inspire us to build with our tech skills. Beyond talking tech, attending events, is the fact that we have to build stuff. We can't keep talking, we have the skills, we have the potential, we have the talents, but we are not making use of anything. It's bad and it's sad. Please time me because I'm in the spirit already. I'm in the So we have to get to the point where we are building. So what is the essence of tech? I think I've said it in passing already, right? Tech is part of our lives. Literally when you wake up, the first thing you almost carry is your phone. You don't remember God again. You remember God in your phone. Oh God, now your Bible is there. Literally everything. Nobody is holding Bible in church again. Is it not true? Tech is part of our lives. That's the essence. It is now a part of our life. Why? It is how information is being passed today. It is how transactions are being done today. It is how we can get to publicize our message, especially in the year 2020. I think that was one of the years that made Nigerians especially see the usefulness of tech and tech platforms. That was the year that Zoom, is it Zoom now? It's Zoom, right? Zoom became one of the most used platforms. Many people moved their businesses online and they were using Zoom as a point of transaction for meetings. So meetings were happening online. And Mark Zuckerberg and the whole Meta team saw that, okay, if meetings can happen online, we can have a virtual world. And so today we have what we call the metaverse. People saw that, okay, if I store data on my flash drive, or if I store data on my memory card, there's a possibility that my flash drive or my memory card will crash. It will take virus. So what did they do? They provided another storage facility called the cloud. Can we celebrate that? So people kept innovating. No more, hey, my flash drive don't crash. Did you store it with cloud with AWS? Eh? Did you use a cloud storage facility? People saw the limitation that your government, there's corruption everywhere, and they decided to open up a public ledger that we can track financial records online, and it will correlate on everybody's phone. They call it node. So everybody, what is this guy saying is not different from what I'm saying, because sometimes what this guy is saying is not what I will see sometimes. They can say they sent 120 million to Akwa Ibom State government, and when he's sending it to me, I'm seeing 40K. Do you understand what's going on? So that kind of corruption, people saw the problems and started building solutions to solve it. That is what tech is about. And every of these things that are being built, there are different tech skills that are required. For instance, if I'm starting a tech business, listen to me very carefully. If I'm starting a tech business, there are different skill sets I require. There are the programming skill sets, there are the management skill sets. Listen, that's the administrative skill sets, because in an organization, you have different models of organizational structures, right? Depending on what you want to do, right? So there's the technical team, true, right? There's the marketing team, right? There is the admin team, right? And there are the others. Let me just focus on this one now. Amongst the technical team, you have the programmers, you have the data analysts, because they work hand in hand with the technical team. You have the technical guys, the designers, product designers. Now I figured out yesterday that there are a set of people we call product officers. There are a set of people we call, in the admin side, product managers. There are people we call project managers. Now in the marketing arm, there are people we call digital marketers. Under digital marketers, digital marketing, we have a set of people we call social media marketers, email marketers, we have content marketers. And a social media marketer is not the same as a social media manager. A content creator is not the same as a content writer. Are you guys listening? All of these things are tech skills. Are you hearing me? So all of these people, they are the ones that form the marketing team, the technical team. You have maybe, depending on if it was a blockchain product, for instance, you have the blockchain engineer, you have the web developer, you have the back end. That's if you have the front end, you have the back end engineer, you have the data analyst, for instance, you have the product designer, you have the graphic designer. Let's say your thing has some artificial intelligence in it. You will need the artificial intelligence engineer. Somebody that will build your AI API. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sorry, if it's too hard. No vex. And since it's AI related, you are working with databases, right? You will need a cloud engineer. Is that not true? So all of these people now form your team. And most of the things they will use to communicate in the tech business will be tech platforms. You will use Notion for project management. You use Google Meet for meetings. You use Fellow for recording and tasks. You use Otter AI to store every conversation that happens in a meeting. You use Calendly to book meetings, right? Is it not true? You use some IDs, maybe Visual Studio Creator and Visual Studio Code to build your website. Is it not true? You will use Figma to do design. You will use Canva to do your social media marketing design. You will use Photoshop for designs too. Tech platforms. So who are the people, who are the ones that built these platforms that we are enjoying? Most of them are not Africans. And why is that so? Is it that the problem is the limitation of resources? Is it that we don't have the skill sets? Is it that we don't have the money to fund these projects? What really is the problem and the reason why many Nigerians and many Africans are not building with their skill sets? I'll say number one, it's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing. When we think that we are limited, it begins in our mind. You know, I hosted, by God's grace, I hosted an event earlier this year, the Innovate Conference. And at the start of the conference, I would say that I doubted if I would be able to pull that off. I had to consciously expand my mindset to see that I can achieve the things I've written down for myself, the goals and visions in my heart. We need to see ourselves as people who are capable of building stuff that are sustainable. People who are capable of achieving their goals that they've written down. We need to see it first. So the question is, number one, do you actually believe in yourself and your skill sets? Because that's the first question we need to ask. Do you believe in what you are doing? Because that's how you go far. That's how you believe in what you're building. Every builder must first be a believer. And by believer, I'm not saying believe in God. Yes, true, believe in God, but yeah, much more, believe in yourself. Because, in fact, if you believe in God, you know that God believes in you. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Yeah? So you will know. So if you are able to believe in yourself, the next thing you need to do is build progressively. Understand that Facebook was not built in one day, not 1 year, not 5 years. Understand that Elon Musk had to suffer from South Africa before he went to Silicon Valley. It did not just happen. Understand that if we are celebrating SpaceX today, we are celebrating Starlink, whatever we are celebrating, these guys have failed a lot. Embrace process. Number 3, don't be afraid of failure. Nobody's writing. I'm sad. Don't be afraid of failure. The fear of failure is the beginning of failure. Yeah. When you are afraid to fail, you failed already. That's the truth of the matter. Failure begins when you fear failure. So, yeah, like when I started, when I was setting up the concave, people came and met me, said, businesses in Uyo do not last beyond 10 years. I told them, my business will last. Because I'm not afraid of failing, much more. I know I'm a very persistent person. The next thing you should do is number 4, be persistent. And I can't sing this enough. Be very dogged. See, if whatever you're going to build using your tech skill, whatever product you're going to develop, it will need that you are persistent because you will meet roadblocks at different points in your progress. This morning, I was coming to the office, they called me, light has spoiled. This one has done this one. Last week, this one happened. This one. There's always something we are fighting. Eh? Is it that NEPA has come? This one has come, this, that. You will find a lot of things. Your developer might leave you at some point. Say, so I've gotten a better offer. You know what happens? Somebody that you started building with, he knows the code base, he will leave you. Sometimes your team members will get tired. They say we can't continue again. There's no point of listening. They don't see the feasibility. You must be persistent. You must be your number 1 fan if you're a builder. That is what when you get tired and the challenges are much and everything is weighing you down, you sleep, wake up, you go back again. There's sometimes I run away from the office because I want to go and recharge and come back. When I come back, I'm like, oh yeah, you do this, do that. everybody's moving again. You need to be very persistent if you're going to build. And even if you're learning in this tech space, you went to school for how many years? 4 or 5 years, no job. Why do you want to get job in 3 months of learning tech? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm also saying that that job you will get, you will most likely not do well because you don't have expertise. And part of the reasons why people don't really appreciate us is because we've not built ourselves to be valuable. There are some jobs I cannot take. It's not right. Do you understand? Why are you paying me $50 and I'm shilling 20 comments? That's wickedness. You tell me I should make 20 comments per day. For 5 days, I'm making 100 comments. Then you give me $50 in a month. You're wicked. At this stage of my life, and my professional career. Jesus. People that also hire me. You know, I noticed that people can't hire me. See what they now do. They say, would you like to be our co-founder? I know I'm not co-founding anything. My time is up. Alright, so we need to be very persistent. And let me say this, pay attention as you are building, especially for your foundation. Whatever tech skill you're learning, pay attention to the foundation. What's the foundation? Understand your own personal interests. Because whatever tech skill you choose should stem out of your own personal interests. It means that one of the things you should know the most is yourself. When you know yourself enough, right, you will know what tech paths to choose. So when Socrates said, man, do what? Know thyself. It is because everything we will become in life and everything we will do in life will stem out of a place of self-awareness. So if maybe you are a newbie here this afternoon, and let's say you've not chosen a tech path, I'll say explore yourself. Get to know what are my personal interests, what are my areas of strength, what are my weaknesses, what are the things I can comfortably do without being paid, but enjoy doing it. For instance, I enjoy speaking. So you'll find me mostly in community management, developer relations, maybe tech advocacy. That's where you find. If you give me code to write, I'll get angry at some point. So I know that about myself. That's why I came here to know my topic. Have I spoken well? Have I spoken well?
Yes.
I even gave you a list. It was not in any book.
Celebrate this.
Do you understand? So I just know the area of my strength. That's just what I've done for myself. There are other things I can do. I can write poems that will sweep you off your feet. I'll not do that. I don't need it anymore. I'm prepared. Okay, so it will stem out of a place of self-awareness. Know that. And so everything you now do, you will now need to be consistent in it. And as you need to explore the tech space as well. Once you've explored yourself, explore your options in the tech space. Know which ones will interest you in the tech space. There's programming, there's design, there's administration, there's marketing, different aspects of tech. Explore all. Find which one suits you the best. And now, build on it. Please. One thing that people struggle with in the tech space is settling for one thing. You want to do everything. And part of the reasons why we never become experts, or we never become key opinion leaders in the things we do, is because we are trying out everything. So when you explore and you found the ones that suit you, please build a mansion in it. Have I spoken well this afternoon? Thank you so much.
I don't know if you understand, but it permits me to make a declaration.
Wow.
No, people should not be that. When he talked about there's a book that got my attention in one of his quotes. I think I trawled through yesterday and I saw everything thrives on innovation. In humanity thrives on innovation. That's a quote from me. And so from the unction of your expertise, I stand to declare that Kamala Harris will move into the cloud of American space tomorrow. I should not try it. You see, so a woman cannot lead the United States. It all happens on the mindset, and you talked about that.
No, it's not myself. I need money. Don't do that one. Why do you like that?
All right. So in all he said, everything will always work with consistency. The tech world needs you to do what? To explore the suitable options. That was a fantastic presentation by that inspiring speaker. Please a round of applause for him once again. And so, yeah, we heard a lot, and I believe you must have been jotting questions that you need to ask him for further clarification. I will take only 5 questions. I don't know if that will be enough, or please, for a want of time, I will take 5 questions. So please, any question from this group? You want to ask him any question? Okay. Okay, sir. That number 1. Any other question? Any question from this other group? Do you like, for the first time, you are always shy, okay? All right, number 2. Any other person? Okay, so the first answer, please.
Good day, everyone. Once again, all right, sir. I've really benefited from the whole lot that you've said, but where I want to get understanding is because now, considering the time now, we have so many students in school, and then because I can still remember at my 400 level, I was still battling with what career path should I choose. And I'm still believing that there are many out there that are still having this same similar problem. Now, I want to ask, when should we start making this decision of career path? Is it when we are still in school, or when we are done with school? Is there any specification for that?
Are you not laying a hard way?
Right. Let me answer that now. Then I'll take that question.
Okay, so when should you start making the decision on the career path? When you have consciousness. Yeah, the moment you become conscious. When I say consciousness, they say when a man wakes, this is what is his morning, right? When you wake up to your person, your purpose, who you are, your interests, right? The moment you start noting out the things that you can confidently, consistently, and easily do. I mean, when I beg to say this, pardon me guys, when God created us, right, for instance, He created everybody uniquely. Can you hear me? He created everybody uniquely. That's why God's conversations with us is not corporate, it's individual. Yes, there is the corporate, will of God, but how we would approach life would be on an individual level. What David would do and how David would approach kingship will not be the same way Saul will approach kingship. And it's just because God created them differently. Sorry, but get my point. So basically, in every man's hands and in every man that God has created, there are unique things that God has given. It might not be public speaking. It might be that it might not even be so much of tech. It could just be that you are somebody that is good with fashion design. But the truth is, even today, you can bring tech into fashion design. So it's almost like as we are advancing in that thing, you can now begin to implement other strategies in what you are doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, the moment you get consciousness, I mean, start early. If there's anything I want to say, while you're in school, in your year 1, just start early. In fact, it was when I started computer engineering, I knew it was not for me. Just like in my year 1. How will I start early? Like in year 1, year 2, you're telling me there's no oil. What am I studying computer engineering for? I don't think there's a mistake somewhere.
I know part of it is because my core course is like engineering. So yeah, I've given her a certificate. I don't try. Yeah, I've given her a certificate. I'm doing nothing related to petroleum engineering today. So yeah, start very early. There's no better time. In fact, now, just start. Now that you know that self-awareness is important, start learning about yourself. Consciously take notes. What are the things you're taking notes of? Your strengths. What do you excel at? Number 2, your hobbies. What do you enjoy doing? Like, you enjoy it so much. I'm not saying playing games, no. It's not adding value to anybody. Okay, let me say it this way. What are the things you enjoy doing that add value? Do you understand? You enjoy doing it and it also adds value. That's what you're asking. And what are your strengths that adds value to other people? Because people don't pay for hobbies, they pay for value. Do you understand? Because if you have needs from today to tomorrow, if you don't show me that that thing is valuable to me, I won't pay for it. So don't come and tell me, sir, I have this business, I have this business, I have this dream. Waiting for time because I will do. Do you understand? So yeah, just ask yourself, at least start with those 2 questions. There are more, they will be in my book, Reaching Down Reloaded.
Last question.
So cloud technology has to do with, that's a very technical question. So cloud technology has to do with storage, and blockchain technology has to do with storage as well, right? Now, in blockchain technology, there are a set of assets that we use for carrying out transactions within the blockchain ecosystem. They call them cryptocurrencies. Now, as a cloud engineer, I can tokenize, the payments in my cloud facility. So instead of using US dollars, we can make payments in what we call stable coins. That's a synergy. I don't give person business idea. Thank you.
Okay, please, a round of applause for me. Yeah, you were talking about persistence. Yes, it happens. When we had give you guys the year at the beginning, you see the microphone was giving us that vibe that it's not gonna work. But we told the microphone we are bigger, we are bigger, and we are progressing. Please, a round of applause for us. Appreciate yourself. We really tried. I didn't expect to stay to this hour, and none of you have signaled me that you want to eat something like this. If you want to eat something, you just feel like it. Alright, no problem. Those are the 2 persons that will get the rest. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there is a US-based pharmacy that is one of the richest now. It's called Walgreens Pharmacy, and that pharmacy prescribes more than 6 million prescriptions every day, and this works with cloud providing services. And what they do is that they use the cloud providing service to process 40,000 transactions per second. And just imagine if you have opportunity to work. One of the fantastic things about cloud computing is the way you have opportunity to work in a remote, kind of remote service from your distance, from your company. If you are opportunity to work there, you see that this will be a huge amount of money for you. And that is why in 25 minutes, we will have an excellent cloud computing coach coming here to share with us and impact us in starting a career in cloud computing. But before then, my attention was drawn to something, and I would love to make an announcement before we do this. It's something that may keep us here, and it's something that may not push us to go back to the future. So here's the announcement. No, I don't listen. If you are here in this innovative gathering, and you know that you were not born on the 6th of July, you are not the first female graduate in computer engineering to train and nurture young minds in Akwa Ibom State on cloud computing. Please sit, remain where you are. But if you are this excellent, alluring, quintessence of excellence that I'm talking about, with all due respect, please rise. Please, man. Citation of Miss Anne Usan. That's you. Your name is Miss Anne Usan. Born on the 6th of July. You are the founder of Cloud with Anne Academy, a cloud education company specially tailored towards training Africans into building their careers in cloud computing. That you, Anne Usan, holds a bachelor's degree in computer engineering, and you are an Amazon Web Service certified cloud practitioner and an Amazon Web Service certified cloud plus instructor. That you are experienced in implementing cloud security solutions. That you are also currently the technical project manager, an Amazon Web Service cloud instructor at New Cloud Technologies. That's part of those skills having accolades on your feathers are teaching, training, and project management. You derive joy and passion every blessed day, unflinchingly, in mentoring and training individuals in the right skills needed to begin a career in cloud computing. Among your passion, you enjoy reading, you enjoy writing, and most times you enjoy cooking. And also your philosophy of life is share the value, share the knowledge, make the world a better place. Welcome to the stage. The first.
Alright, so I'm not going to go right into what we have for today. Other still feel more like, especially, I think my session is especially for people that do not have any idea about cloud computing. If you're like that, just leave the word wide. Wow. Okay. If you're an expert here, give the word another wide. Alright, but if you have knowledge on cloud computing, we can. Alright, so I see that we have those who do not know, we have those who know. So those who know should also get ready to answer questions from the program. Let me over here. Yes. Alright. So those who don't know should already, those who know should just get ready to also answer questions for those who don't know. Are we good? Yes. Alright. Alright. While we wait for the slides to come in, I'll just start. I'm not that I wrote the slides. Alright, so this is the founder of Cloud Design Academy. I think everyone knows that. I'm looking out for the testimony. Alright, so let's just. Okay, when we got applications, I had to actually go back to see the responses from people, because it's not just about people registering, but knowing what are their expectations, right? And these are just a few expectations that I got from people. Some are interested in giving more knowledge of cloud computing, some want to know how to start a career in cloud computing, some want to learn more about it, to gain more experience and meet people, because the person that wants to meet people, ensure you actually meet people. Don't go back without meeting people. Some others want also increase their knowledge and also get to connect with people, learn from industry experts and build connections in the field. And I love this person. This person said that the event should be able to ginger the interest of upcoming cloud engineers or architects and give them more insight in their field. And I don't know, have you been gingered yet?
Yes.
Are you sure you've been gingered? Okay, so I'm going to try to make you more gingered. Alright, let us go ahead. So from the expectations that people wrote down, I tried to tailor it to what to expect. So you have written what you expect. So I am bringing what to expect based on what you have written. So these are the areas I'm going to be covering, and let's just pick it on from here. So very quickly, how did the whole concept of cloud computing start? How did cloud computing come about? It started in, I think, the 1960s, and it started with the invention of mainframe computers. And this is over here, mainframe computers, right? So people usually work with what we call dumb terminals. And these dumb terminals basically have a screen and a keyboard. And they would usually connect this screen and keyboard to the mainframe computers if they want to do anything that needs computing power, anything that needs memory, anything that needs storage, anything that needs power or compute. Compute there involves storage or memory. So they will usually work with the dumb terminals and connect it through the mainframe. So the mainframe was like a central place where people who want to have access to more compute power would go using their dumb terminals and then pass through the mainframe to achieve whatever they wanted to achieve. So while this was going on, and like we know, technology always Technology always evolves. So while this was happening in the 1960s, in the 1990s, another concept called virtualization came about. These are technical concepts, but I'm trying to break it down. So virtualization came about in the 1990s. And what is virtualization? Very simple. How many persons have laptops? If you have a laptop, write the number of hands. You don't have a laptop, you know? have a laptop, your laptop is running a Windows operating system, or your laptop is running a Linux operating system. With virtualization, you are able to run more than one operating system on your laptop. That's just the simplest way I can say it. So instead of just having Windows running, you have Windows, you have Linux OS running, you have Ubuntu running, you have Debian, all the Linux distributions. So you can have those different operating systems running on your system. And while this was happening, virtualization is something that will require you can't say you have a 4 gig RAM system and you want to do virtualization. It's not possible. That system can crash. So it's not possible to have a 4 gig RAM system. It's like saying you want to use, I think Techno has become better. Like saying you want to use Techno phones to snap pictures, to do YouTube video content.
ITEL.
Let the owners not hear me. We are live. So it's like saying you want to do that. So to achieve virtualization, you need higher storage. Your system needs to have better compute capacity to be able to carry the launching of different operating systems. Hence, because of that, cloud computing came. So cloud computing officially came as cloud computing in the 2000s, right? And the very first company to launch was AWS. What's the name of AWS? Amazon Web Services. So AWS launched that in 2006, and in 2008 Google Cloud launched, and 2010 Microsoft Azure launched as well. So these people are known as the big three in the cloud computing space. AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. They are known as the big three. Why? Because they have taken a good share of the market value, right? And AWS is the largest on the, what they call it now, the magic quadrant, whatever it's called. So AWS is the largest there. However, these guys, Google Cloud and Azure, are also doing awesome. And we have other cloud service providers. We have DigitalOcean, we have Oracle, we have IBM, so we have quite a number of them. However, these are the three. So alright. So the launch of this cloud service provider simply meant that businesses no longer need to own expensive data centers, but they can rent a space and they can use services as needed. What does that mean? A very simple approach. Instead of you having to think of getting a land, building your house by yourself from the scratch, you rather just go out there and you're looking for somebody that has already built the house, right? And this person, you're now able to just give the money and buy the house, if I should say it that way. That is cloud computing. Cloud computing is basically that you are renting from somebody to use. It's like saying I don't want to use my laptop, I want to go and rent a laptop. So cloud computing is me basically renting from AWS, renting from Google Cloud, renting from Microsoft Azure, DigitalOcean, and the rest of them. So I am renting what exactly? I'm renting their data centers. And these data centers are basically servers. It is a room. It's like saying this room is a data center. This room will house servers. Servers are like computers, just that they do not look like this computer now, like this. So a room that houses servers, and these servers can do different things, right? Let's just go ahead. So what does that actually mean, right? Let's relate it to our everyday. How many people know about Google Drive? How many people have used or are using Google Drive? Okay. So if you're using Google Drive, or if you have used Google Drive, you as a person, you have leveraged on the cloud. How? By storing those pictures. Are those pictures stored on your phone?
No.
Where are they stored?
In the cloud.
Which cloud now in this case? Google Cloud. So they are stored in Google Cloud. So Google Cloud cloud or Google the data center is somewhere in the world. You may not even know where exactly it is going to. So you mean you may not know exactly. Can I please not use this? I should use it. So you may not exactly know where your pictures, your documents, your videos are being stored, but they are stored somewhere in this world in Google's data center. So that thing whereby you are using somebody's space, you're not using your own phone space. Your phone space can still be used for many other things. But now you take those pictures and send it to Google Drive, and you're telling Google, hold it for me with your space. I don't want to use my space. That's you leveraging your cloud. That's one of the ways you're leveraging your cloud. Please, can you hear me? I can't hear myself. You can hear me. So that's one of the ways you can leverage your cloud. And Netflix, everybody here uses Netflix. Who doesn't? If you don't use Netflix, let me see your hands. You are lying. You are lying. You are lying. You are lying. Even me, they usually call me a workaholic. I don't want to believe it. But people usually call me a workaholic. But lately, I've even been trying. I've been learning how to watch movies. You should not be surprised me. I've been learning. Alright, so think about how you watch movies on Netflix. All of those movies you're watching, are they on your phone?
No.
What exactly is happening? Who can say something?
You are streaming it from the cloud.
You are streaming it from the cloud.
From the cloud, you're not stored in the cloud.
So all those things you're watching, all the database, all the emails, you go to Jumia, you buy from Jumia. Jumia is asking you for your name, your email, your address, your phone number. All those things are called databases. Those things are stored in the cloud. Imagine the Jumia now having more than 1 billion people using them. Where are they storing it? Traditionally, organizations would build their own data center, that they will decide to build their own house before. But now, most organizations now turn to using the cloud. Alongside, most organizations still build their own, but still leverage on cloud. So that is like a different concept which relates to cloud deployment models. I don't want to take the talk technical because I know that people who are new to cloud and start hearing all those things, they might just it's better I can do UI UX design like this. Let me just be switching colors and understanding relations. For cloud computing, is basically, this is one of the ways you can leverage cloud computing. Another way, I don't know if ladies do it, playing FIFA. Who else plays FIFA? Everybody. Yeah, I don't think I'm everybody. So everybody plays FIFA. So all of the whole thing happening, all the logic, all the interactions, the players, everything going on there, nothing is of your effort. All these things are being powered by a technology called cloud. Right? And there's something else. Let me just quickly talk about this. So in all of this, cloud computing is like renting a powerful computer or a storage online to do tasks or to run applications or to save your data without you worrying or thinking about the hardware, without you thinking about the servers. You don't have to think about it. You are just going to run your applications, and the beautiful thing is that you only pay for what you use. Who understands that and want to explain it? So yeah, explain.
Check.
If you explain anything that also.
I think she can actually
Okay,
come.
okay.
No, there's no need. Just one minute.
Please, let the world see her. Explain.
It's like using meter and snipper, right? So you only do based on where your carry age. So it's only with the cloud storage, right? You don't use, like you don't pay for what you're going to, you only pay for what you want to use.
Thank you. Please let's just Alright, so with the cloud, you only pay for what you use, as opposed to having your own data center. If you have your own data center, light must be constant. Light cannot be it can't. There must be cooling, because you can't house hundreds or millions of servers and then the place is like how we are now, we are sweating. It will stop functioning. So there must be light, there must be cooling, as well as many other things. So instead of people thinking about doing these things by themselves, they will rather use what another person has done. AWS has done, Google Cloud has done. They will just leverage on it, and they will only pay for whatever they use. If they use a storage service, they will pay for storage. If they use a database service, they will pay for just database. They are not having to pay for everything. AWS has over 200 services. They are not going to pay for the 200 services because they just log into AWS. If they use one service, they will pay for just that one service. That's what happens. Many people here have experienced the payment. And the payment is not funny.
It's not funny. You can say that again.
But not to scare anybody. One thing we always tell you people coming into cloud computing is, whatever you do, delete. If you are learning, as you do, you are taking it, you are bringing it up, delete it. If not, go in close that and open.
Debit alert.
Debit alert, thank you. If you have the money, like debit alert. If you don't have the money, AWS, all of them don't make it slow. Sending notifications like Kiloji, what happened? You will suspend their account, they are threatening me. Can you imagine? How they threatening me? Alright, so something that people do a lot of times, maybe if I had asked, somebody would have said it. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is storage. I've heard it more than how many times. But cloud computing is not just storage. You are not only storing, you are doing a lot of other things. So please, let's debunk this. Let's not be swift to say, maybe you go out there and ask you what's cloud computing. And say, oh, cloud computing helps you to store. But what more? Right? So, what else can you do with cloud computing? You can run your applications without hardware. You can collaborate and communicate. Who can explain collaborate and communicate with cloud? Something you use maybe every week. Maybe every week, depends. Who can try? Actually, he said it. He said WhatsApp, Google Meet, Zoom, what not, many other things. When you have your meetings on Google Meet is on the cloud, right? The only thing you are doing is you just go inside. It's as if they just open the door, you're just going inside and just talking with other people, right? And then you can also develop, you can also test, right? What developers in the house say hi.
Hi.
Are you a good developer?
Yeah.
Why God forbid? I'm interested. Why God forbid? Have you been in web development?
Too much debugging as well.
Gonna cry.
They're everywhere. Alright. So imagine you have a website. The website has been built. With cloud computing, the website can be deployed on cloud. When we look at some benefits of cloud computing, we'll talk about it there. So your website can now be deployed, your website can now be tested on cloud computing. So what are some benefits of cloud computing? One major benefit is scalability. And I'm going to call a name to explain scalability. Praise. But yeah, I want Chris to explain scalability. I don't have
All right. Scalability and the concept of how it has to do with making use of resources that on the cloud. Okay, let me put it this way. If you have like mathematics is a very very good math. Alright, we have like a bucket, we have buckets and balls, and these buckets are already contained. And we want to put in like balls into these buckets. The ability for these buckets to just grow, like enlarge, and accommodate this ball. If this bucket is small, I cannot accommodate all of these balls. Cloud allows these buckets to grow and accommodate these balls. And if you want to put lesser balls into this bucket, Cloud will also adjust that bucket into a smaller size and allow you to accommodate the ball.
Thank you very much. Would you like to play football or basketball? Any ball? Do you? No one knows football and basketball. Alright, so she has actually explained it correctly, right? So scalability is just that ability to increase and decrease, right? Simple example, I think I love to use it a lot. Jumia, Black Friday is on. Black Friday is on. Black Friday is on, right? Now Black Friday is on, and a lot of people will be going into Jumia's website, and if Jumia is not having the ability to scale, they can lose customers. They can even lose their integrity, because there is that possibility for the website to go down, because a large number of people are rushing in. It's like saying we are seated here and then over 200 people immediately run into the room. What? They are sharing food. And over 200 people run into this room. What will happen? She said the door will break. I said the door breaking. Please stop it. We need more air. Right? So that's like how it is. If you want to accommodate more people, if you want to be sure that, for example, your website does not go down and it should accommodate more people, right? Scalability does that. So with cloud, it can expand resources for you, and it can reduce the resources for you. So if 1 million people are coming, it will expand to accommodate 1 million. If it reduces to 50, it will decrease to accommodate 50. So this is one major benefit that people talk about a lot. And the second is cost efficiency. It's cost efficiency. It's cost efficiency. Because if you don't, even if there is a concept of cost optimization in cloud to enable you manage costs, if you compare it to running on-prem, that is having your own data center, it's actually cost efficient. However, if you come to cloud, understand cost optimization. Just take it on yourself to just understand cost optimization and how you can leverage either of the cloud service providers to understand it better. And the last one is flexibility. As you are here, do you know that everybody's here? Aside the fact that you're using Google Drive, let's say AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, you can just go into their cloud now as you're seated here. So far, you have internet. With just internet, you can access these cloud service providers. Right. So very quickly, we are going to go very fast. How many minutes do I have? Please tell me. How many minutes do I have? How many minutes do I have?
7 minutes.
7. So who can learn cloud computing? Summary, everybody here. I'm not going to read all everything here. Everybody in this room can learn cloud computing. Whether you study poultry, science, fishery, farming, forestry, zoology, you can learn cloud computing. That's the beautiful thing. The only thing it takes is for you to have a willing mind. Just be willing to learn and be committed to learn, and you can not many people. I think, okay, let's just share a little story. One thing that made me come to cloud computing is because I was always running away from any tech skill that's to be coding. I know now. So I was always running away from it. So all the ones, okay, two things. I was running away from that, and I was running away from the things that people are so involved in. UI UX design, I left it. Graphic design, I left it. What else did I do? Cybersecurity, I left it. Networking, I left it. Still useful. Cybersecurity, still useful anyways. But I've left a whole number of tech skills, and I settled here. Why? Because this one is saturated. Not to say when it's saturated, I'll leave. But by the time it becomes saturated, I know that I would have been
Senior engineer.
I would have been somewhere, right? So it's good that we all here have the opportunity to learn. So if you have the opportunity, grab it. Grab it. Don't sleep on it. Learn. Learn. Don't sleep on it. Right. So why should you learn cloud computing? Number one, there's a high demand. The very first speaker said it. There's high demand for cloud skills. Very high demand. Especially you who is an African. There is high demand. Let's not allow these white people to take it. Me, I'm tired of it. They should not be taking it again. They built it back. Can we? Let's bring it into the house. Can we actually build our own? Yes. We can. It will take a lot, but we can. So, the second speaker talked about mindset. For me, I don't feel like there's anything impossible. I see possibilities in everything, even though sometimes it's difficult. But I try to see possibilities in everything. Let's sit down, let's plan it, let's structure it, let's come together. It's not one person that will do it. Africans, we like to do, I'll do it alone, no. I'm alone in this thing, no. It's like saying, I want to do clubs and events. I'll say, because I don't want to work with concave, everybody will meet at the field. It does not work. You have to, as a person, as an organization, you have to leverage on another person. That other person has to leverage on another person. So let us actually leave this place with the mindset that I want to build something. The white guys are done enough. They look smarter. But do you know that Africans are smart?
Very, very.
Some people don't believe.
Smart.
They are smart. Nigerians are smart. Nigerians, let's even leave Africans. Nigerians are smart people. But there is something that limits us. If it's not our mind, we think about resources. How will we start using our own data center? Hey, who go buy it? Who go use it? So please, let us not limit ourselves. I want everybody to leave this place with the mindset of building something, with the mindset of collaborating, with the mindset of working with other people. Whether you are new, whether you are old in this field, look for that one person you can partner with, build something. God did not just start. God did not just appear. It started upon people. Some of them have come here. It started upon people. The way this academy started, I did not even know it would start. To be honest, the vision was in my head. But a man, not a man, but a human being who is a man, needed to actually bring out that vision. And that person was my HOD. One of the moderators. Okay, so sit down and say hello. So two of them decided that they want to do their IT. And I'm seeing someone coming to my DM. I want to do IT with you. With me, how? I don't that. I'm not doing IT. How? I don't have a company. I want to do IT. IT is not in companies now, big. I didn't have anything. And she said, oh, I spoke with HOD. HOD recommended that yes, you can do it. That day, I looked at the chat and I'm like, HOD recommended. It's not like I've ever declared anything for HOD, for this HOD. What the HOD see? Passion. To be honest, it's not passion. Because you know, is it not an? I did my project, was a networking project. And then he has heard me speak, he has how we did the IT, and they did their IT, and they defended their IT. And they were telling me how the thing went very well. And I think they were the only people that did cloud in their whole set. Imagine, other people, what did they do? That again points to how relevant you are. 2 people in the whole set, 19 or 20? 19 in the whole set, only 2 people. I'm sure about 100 people would have gone for IT, but 2 people did cloud. Ask yourself, like tell yourself, I will do this thing. And I will stay there. I will grow, I will build there, I will become a voice. Tell yourself, because it's something that high demand for cloud skills, lucrative skills and global opportunities. Cloud computing is one of the highest paying roles. I'm not promising you money. But me myself, I'm still building. I'm not arrived though. You get people I see me like one person that's arrived.
Mama.
Come and try. So cloud computing is one of the highest paying roles in tech if you sabi. And also it allows for global opportunities. How? You can work remotely. Right? You can be here, you're working with a company in South Africa. But you're working with a company in France, in US, UK, and you are here in Akwa States. And Akwa States is not expensive. It's not expensive. I say in Abuja, when I came, I was hearing price of houses, and I said, God, I want to come back to you because Abuja is expensive. So if you are here, and you are learning cloud, and you start earning the money, God, I'm not learning. Because you pay house rent 300K. You buy solar, buy solar, live your life. Can even want to buy car, I can buy land. Let me not say Abuja that okay, you pay rent in millions for rent of house. So please make the most of it. Future proofing and upskilling opportunities. Cloud computing, one of the things I tell people is that it's not a skill that they will say can AI take it away or can AI not take it away. All of those things. Cloud computing is a skill that has future value. It's not a skill that will end tomorrow or next year or next 2 years. Cloud computing continues to expand and grow. What will limit cloud computing is you. It's not the thing, it is you. Right? And then upskilling, you can upskill. Like the first speaker said, you don't need to be a solutions architect. You don't need to be a security engineer. Well, be a security engineer. You don't need to, you can upskill. You will grow from cloud this to cloud that to cloud whatever to cloud whatever. You are growing. It allows you to grow and to grow fast. What's the limitation again? Yourself. And the very last, the very last one is accessible learning resources. Right? Well, in as much as we have learning resources anyways. How do you add the learning resource?
Yeah.
The training is only free. It's not paid. So it's accessible. So there are many other resources you look at them as you go on. So what are the skills next to thrive? You've actually covered them already. The first speaker has. These are necessary for a beginner, not somebody who has already started. So these are necessary for a beginner. The first one is knowledge of at least one CSP. What CSP?
Cloud service provider.
So at least knowledge of one CSP. You start out, okay, I want to learn AWS, I want to learn Azure, I want to learn with Google Cloud. Don't go and pack everything and say, I will do a job overnight. It doesn't work. Don't learn everything. There's something they usually say. If you learn with AWS, it's easy, or with any other one. It's easy for you to now transfer that knowledge. What really changes most times is It's just how the service is called. If it's called EC2 on AWS, it's called Compute Engine on another one. So those names changes and maybe understanding their different UIs. But start out, learn one, right? Understand networking, not networking about to talk to one another, but computer networking, let me reference you again, our Cisco certified, but understand computer networking. This will help you for you to start out. Understand it. IP addressing, subnetting, just understand this. Understand Linux operating system, not Windows. Understand Linux commands. Start with the basics and grow into understanding other parts of Linux, right? Scripting, if necessary. Python or Bash scripting. Learn. Start with one. There was something I used to do, and to be honest, it slowed my learning. I believe that I would have gone further than where I am. But I will open 200 courses, Udemy, Coursera, YouTube. I'll open all of them and I'll tell myself, you will learn. That's how I will start YouTube. I'll finish one module. The remaining 13 modules, I'll not go again. I'll go to Coursera, I'll start another one. I'm learning Python here. I'm trying to learn Bash here. I was trying to learn many things at the same time. The way it slowed me, it really slowed me down. So pick one thing. If you say scripting, if it's Python, carry Python, shoot it, eat it well, become good at it. Before you now move, say, okay, let me see how Bash looks like. Don't try to learn 200 things at a time, or you want to learn 2 things at a time. If you have the capacity, go for it. Maybe me, I don't have that capacity. But please, this is cloud computing is not, we won't call it a non-technical skill, it's a technical skill. So it needs your mind. If you know it, you cannot learn cloud. Am I lying? You cannot learn cloud if you know it. You cannot be saying, I want to learn how to script in Python and then you're hungry, you will sleep. Instead of scripting, you will sleep. So please, pick one, start with one, become a master at it, and then diversify. Right? And then these are soft skills. I will always tell my learners, we will not do hard skills in this academy without the soft skills. Directly or indirectly, you will learn soft skills. Problem solving, communication, attention to detail. Many people don't have this. Many. It's like saying S is missing. Everybody has it. Yeah, I cannot see this S. Where is this S? I cannot see S here. Attention to detail. We are very young people. Is anybody old? Is anybody more than 35? Nobody's more than 35 years. It means our brain is still sharp. It means your eyes are still sharp. See, if they're not medicated though, it's just for screen. I will remove it. My eyes are sharp. Everybody's eyes are still sharp. So don't be inefficient. If you need to do something, see that you are looking at it. Don't go and deploy and you went and added a security port that you should not add. You now give access to who you should not give access to. And then you now tell your boss, sir, I did not see it. You did not see what? Hey, don't do it. Please, attention to detail, very important. And collaboration. I've talked about collaborating already. Let's just move on. So this is more like a career roadmap. You can see that soft skills is here, is in the middle. So I cannot overemphasize on it. As you are learning the hard skills, you are learning the soft skills, right? So what's the career roadmap? Number one, understand the basics of cloud computing. What is this cloud computing? I usually tell people, if you don't understand cloud computing, if you cannot explain it to somebody else, if you don't know it, something you want to tell me. You need to tell me, hey, I cannot talk with Anne, I can't have talk, I'm shy, you don't know it. If you know something, you can talk about something. Is it true? Somebody said no. Who said no, please? You said no. She said no, but she don't like to talk. So please, if you know something, you can talk about it. To understand the basics of cloud computing. Be able to tell it to you guys now. Try to, I think I'll just give a minute or some seconds for that. Let me give it now so I'll not forget. Tell your neighbor what out of this works. I'm looking for wow. Message now. So yeah, tell your neighbor. Alright. I hope you are not to see actually. Okay, so the other thing is when you've learned what cloud is, now choose a cloud platform. AWS, Azure, whatever. When you choose a cloud platform, tilt towards learning the core skills and services. Like I said, AWS has over 200. You cannot tell me you're not going to learn only 200. They don't concern you. Learn the core skills, or let's go and call the basic skills and services that you need. Start out with those ones. When you start out with those ones, it will help you at this point to earn your foundational certification. Right. So when you're done with using a cloud platform, learning these skills, as you're doing that, build hands-on experience, document your learning. See this one, I'm even going to hold myself. Right? Yeah. Let me hold myself too. Because this is where me, I also hold. Honestly, it has been, let me be vulnerable, it has been a struggle. I will know the thing. I can teach the thing. I can stand here and teach for 7 hours. I'm not tired. Oh yeah, Anne, document this thing that you know now, put it out there. Ah, Jesus. That's where you have taught me. I don't know. People should pray for me. So please, I'm saying it because I want all of us. I try to push my learners. Other people write articles. Write it and put it out there. Please document your learning. On GitHub, document your learning. Write articles on Dev.com, on Medium, on Hashnote. Write articles. Go out, do videos, YouTube. I'm trying to do this one. Because I don't think I like to write. I will start, but I will not finish it. Dude, please, put yourself out there. Oh my God. Please do. If not, the job will come based on somebody knows somebody. Most of the jobs I've gotten is because, oh, this person knows that I do this thing. It has not come based on, and put yourself out there. It's just because I know this thing. Imagine if I put myself out there. Jobs will come not just from I know this person, but also that this person has been seeing her work out there. So please, if you don't know anybody, put your work out there. I don't like I know anybody, but please put your work out there. And then go for your foundational certification. Notice what I did. I did not say understand the basics. I did not say when you finish, learn from a cloud platform, then I now move here. Huh? Please, don't just do 1, 2, and then jump to go for certification. People do that a lot. But when they do it, they'll not go back and cry. Do you know why? Because they'll still have the job. Why? Because they don't have any hands-on experience. When I wrote the certification exam, I've written the foundation certification exam twice. When I wrote it, I just came out from a training, a 3-month cloud security training. That was how I started cloud, with cloud security, not with introduction to cloud. So I think I made a video about it. Like, if I say they threw me into the sea, just do me swim and not be swimming. I don't even understand. I don't even understand the basics. I told them to go and learn how to secure what I don't know. That was what I did. I went to secure what I did not know. And then after that, I say, I've understood some IAM, I've understood what security. Let me go and write the exam. I wrote the exam. Guess what? I did not fail. I passed. This is why I passed. I use practice exam now. All the past question paper that I could call it, I used it. wrote the exam and I passed. But when I finished, let me tell you what I did. I'll go to LinkedIn, I'll go to, I can't remember the site. I think it's that
Slack. Okay, simple.
No, not simple learning. It's a platform for jobs. For jobs outside Nigeria. I remember. But I'll go to that platform, go to LinkedIn. So Glassdoor is like Nigerian job. Not Glassdoor. It starts with S, I can't remember. I will go there. Do you know what I'm looking for? Class security engineer. Oh God. The number of rejected emails I got. I can't count.
It's your certification.
Certification, what did I know? I don't have any hands on. I learned the class security. I did not understand the basics. I just understood certain security concepts. And then I now went to cram exam and I wrote it and I passed. So I'm now going for class security engineer without hands-on experience, without understanding the basics, and with a foundational set to be a class security engineer for who? Even me myself, I have not employed myself. What do I want to secure? Yes, so when you've gotten this certification, please ensure that you've done this, then come here. I had to recertify again for this not because I don't want to get another certification. I've only gotten this, not because I want to get another one, but because I want to indeed tell myself, and you have learned this thing. Go back again. I don't like to jump processes because I know that to catch up with me. So I recertified again for this exam. Not that I'm not planning to write the next exam, the associate level. I will do it. But what do I want to do? I want to come back and do this. I've not put myself out there. I don't want to be that person that will go to LinkedIn and say, dear LinkedIn fan, your girl is now certified AWS Cloud Solution Architect. Everybody congratulate me. Yeah, tomorrow I'll not still have job. I don't be that person. So I'm coming back here. I want to put myself out there. Then I'm going for this. So that when I put the certificate, you will say, this lady deserves it. Let's not just the inside people that know that this lady knows it. Let outside people know because they have seen my work. If you've not met with me to interact with me, you will not know that I know cloud. Because when you go out there, it's just shikiri, I'm trying to appear, I'm trying to disappear, I'm just trying to come out. Please, do this. Come back here. Learn scripting and automation. Come down here. Don't jump. What happened now? Don't jump from here and start here. If you don't know these things, don't do an associate level set. Please, it's not about certifications. Certifications is just to say, I know this thing. That's certification. There are companies that look for certifications, no doubt. But when they give the certification, they give you the job. If you cannot do the job, you will lose the job. If you even get the job. You just move on very quickly. I could share my slides if you want. So these are some learning resources that you can make use of. AWS Speaker, Educate, Cloud and Academy, Code Cloud, Udemy, YouTube. These are some people to follow in the cloud space. Tech Lucy, Tech Suleiman, Ewere Diakoya, Belisa Koya, Jennifer, Michelle Barakila, Tech Ominana, Adeleke, and Tech Unebu. These are people to follow and many more others. If you're going towards writing your examination, these are places you can go to get I won't call them cheat sheets to get the terms. However, something else to say, when you are using the past question papers, don't cram them. Whatever you don't know, write it out. Go and read on it. Don't cram. Because most times they tend to repeat questions, sort of, especially for the associate level certification and the foundational one. They tend to repeat questions. But please, if you don't know something, write it down and go and read, know it before you now skip to another question. And then these are some committees to join also. Please know. And these are some cloud career roles. We have cloud engineers. This is what the role is about, skills needed and certifications for that. The cloud architect, the role, skills and certification. We have cloud developer, which is different from the DevOps engineer. These are what the roles are about, the skills and certifications needed. And then we have cloud security engineer. We have the cloud support engineer. This is almost like an entry-level role, cloud support engineer, right? We have the site reliability engineer. We have the cloud project manager. That's right. So we have the cloud project manager. How do you grow in the cloud space? Very simple. Network with other persons. Don't leave an island. Network with people. Go on LinkedIn, enter their DMs. If they don't answer, you enter another person's DM. Network with people. Go for events. I know a lot of people that have taught them, and I'll tell you this event is happening. Go for it. And mom, they'll do that they did not see what I said. They will not go for events. They'll now come the next and say, Miss Anne, what is this thing? I said, it's only to that event. Wow. Go for next event. Set up a profile on LinkedIn. Don't be a crowd person and you don't have LinkedIn account. It doesn't have to work like that. Have a profile on LinkedIn. Let me come down here. This one, my best friend. Keep building cloud projects. Put it out there. Document it. Put yourself out there. They just say, I will put myself out there. I'll put myself out there. If I'm saying it. Build your resume as well. Build your resume. Get more certifications. See where I put it. I put it last because it's really last.
Yeah.
But do all of this. Get more certifications and do this every day. Keep learning. My friend over there at the back, you'll always tell me something, and he'll tell me, do the 1% every day. Even if today what you learn is what is cloud, learn one tiny thing every day, 1% each day. This 1% will compound. So keep learning and keep learning. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn, on Twitter. You can send me a message on my email and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much everyone, and this is my concluding statement will be that remember, nothing is your limitation. Being a Nigerian, being an African is not your limitation. Have the mindset to grow, have the mindset to build solutions. Cloud is starting as a training body, but we are not stopping as a training body. We want to go into being a solutions body, a body that will build solutions. So please, stretch your mind, learn. Any questions you have, reach out to me. For quicker response, reach out to me via my email. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the event.
Presentations, 3 speakers so far. I'm just glad that, let me confess, I have a confession. Look at David, they are listening to the okay. The only confession I have is that I think I'm falling in love with tech already. I'm not a techie, okay? But then it's inspiring how you are in a space where you are totally empty, but you are not that empty. Then you guys were talking about we're looking at this with what? But then she said something very profound. Please just try and learn, even if it's a percentage, just as minute as it is. Just learn something every blessed day. It's one thing to have certification, I'm a certified this, certified that, but it's another thing to know what truly or how truly that thing works. So that what happened to Miss Anne in 1991 will not happen to her. Alright, a round of applause for her. Okay, so please, I want us to do something very quick. Very quick. Please, your phones, please. If I was saying fastest thing as now, please, your phones, please. very quickly. So this is a way that you get to connect with our brand. So what you just do is you help me just scan this. This will lead you to our LinkedIn and YouTube accounts. So please just like and drop good comments. You're asking me something like
No.
Subscribe.
and subscribe as well, please. Just something very quickly. Let's help to. Who has done that already? Wow. I told you, women are always good. Any guy doing that? I know you work okay. Sir, please, you meet me after the debate.
No problem.
Okay. Have you all done that? Everyone. Sir, you do this right? You don't do that? Alright, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we've spent so far 4 hours, more than 4 hours since 12 o'clock. Please, a round of applause for yourself. I didn't imagine you stayed this long. And I'd love to bring my beautiful teammates. See, I'll miss you. No, come. We'll chat. Don't miss me. I don't like this. Alright, so please let me meet the floor for now.
Well, let's see this together.
I know it.
Alright, please, as we leave here, let's build connections with people that are here. Community is not the stickers are being shared, things around. I mean, you have started with cloud seeds now, very soon stick lining is this. So we are being still being here is the fact that we are about to start your cloud computing career. So we are happy that you are here and we are glad that you get this time. Thank you so much. I look forward to meet you. Now, this is physical meetup. We'll be meeting in a cloud space on LinkedIn, Google Meet, we have training.
You can stick it on your WhatsApp.
Now that you are part of our team, we'll be doing on the cloud, on premise, and sometimes anyhow we want to do something. Thank you so much. I look forward to see you some other time. Thank you, Miss Anne. Thank you, Martin Bemba. Thank you, everyone that puts in every effort, every workforce. You being here, you are also a workplace. Because without you, this meeting will not be interesting. Thank you so very much. God bless you as we end your day. Thank you. Okay, but before we, and please let's just pray.
All of them.
This vision was born of God and is overcoming the world.
Hallelujah.
In Africa. So let's just pray. In Jesus' name. In the name of Jesus. Father, we are grateful for today. Thank you for what you are set to do. Thank you for what you are set to do in Akwa Ibom, in Nigeria, in Africa, even beyond. Thank you for this vision and even the vision here. Thank you, Lord, because this vision is born of God and is overcoming the world. Thank you for what you are set to do in the midst of us. And as we put up ourselves out there, the opportunities are made and passion for us to come in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Please a round of applause to yourself. And I'd love to leave you with just one quote, and it's a quote from my favorite inspirator. She is the richest female black TV presenter, Oprah Winfrey, and she said, "Surround yourself only with people who are going to take you higher." I don't know the friends you have, I don't know the group you belong to, but please I advise, always try to clinch yourself around people that are looking forward for your growth and not when you decrease. I love you all and hope to connect with everyone here. A big shout out to Ima Danson. She's a colleague of mine from Podium Dynamics. I think she recommended me for this. I want to really appreciate Miss Anne Sam. I really love the fact that you gave me the privilege to do this. Thank you very much and God bless you. So the slide guy, thank you. The guy behind the camera, thank you very much. Everyone, I think there's a friend of mine here came all the way from Amsterdam. Thank you. Thank you and God bless you. Get to see you guys some other time in the club.
Praise. Praise. Okay.
Thank you.
we have another one? This one, really fresh one. You know what finish it? Finish the yes.
It's okay to be this.
Sorry. I think I just feel like. Let me eat some